All right, so I got a cool one for you guys. So I got a unique message from Mr. Brent Shores. His name is about a video that he watched of mine. He realized I didn't have calling tags in my boat, and he owns a company that provides weights, the weight scale, the calling tags, grip savers for your handle, and a bait keeper. So I'm not going. I want to just kind of go over real quick. What it is that they offer as a whole. I want to give him a special thank you because he saw value in something that he didn't see in my boat, and he felt led to send me a box of basically everything I needed, to especially in preparation for this upcoming tournament. But here's the one key thing, man. In the conversation I briefly had with him and reviewing his website, I quickly learned that the reason why some of those bigger fish probably died on me is because I was using those metal culling tags. Because I didn't understand that if you stress a fish out, they'll die. And putting that pendant of metal inside of them and line them in a live well after you've already caught them adds that much more stress, but for a longer period of time. So I realized the value of that. So I want to tell him thank you for that, because you see different things, but not really have a real value for why it exists. And so that kind of taught me to say, okay, cool, Jeff, that makes sense. Like, probably should have read about that before now, but yeah, thank you, Mr. Brent Shores, man. Thank you for that, also for that educational piece, because that was very important. I'm a hands-on dude, so it's all try and error for me. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. But let's just get right into it. So one of the first of all, guys, I want to talk about the ACCU coils. So again, this is the actual scale that he uses, or that he owns. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the scale real quick. So it's just a normal basic scale. The significance of this though is the actual engager. So when you get ready to clamp your fish, again, you're protecting the mouth of that fish, and then that's bring also less stress, which in return keep that fish alive. Another quick thing I want to talk about real quick, man, is just their culling tags. So this is their culling tag. These right here, these are floaters. They float up in the water, so you can kind of always get an idea of which one you're looking for based on, color coordinations and all that kind of stuff. But the tagging system works, pretty simple. So if you're looking to open here, you just kind of pull back, lift up, and there you go. Once you put your fish on, take your top piece, push it back down just to lock it in. The cool thing is that there's absolutely no pressure on the inside of that fish's mouth, which means less stress, right? So there you go. So and again, the tagging system, the linear here floats in the water. So as you open your live well, you'll kind of just see whichever color you're looking for. You could just pull it up by. You can put up by the thing. Cool thing about this as well, man, is that it comes with a variety of colors. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7. So I have 7 of those. All right, and again, they all float in the water. So whatever color you're looking to try and pick up, you can just pick right in and pick that one up. And cool. Most important thing about those, I think, same thing with the scale, is just you're preserving the stress life of that fish, which means you got a better chance of keeping that fish alive, getting back to weigh-ins. All right, so another cool thing real quick, I think is dope that he put in the box as well. I didn't even know all this stuff was coming, y'all. He did mention about the cold tags, but I didn't know I was gonna get a scale, and I didn't know I was gonna get a weighing I don't even know what this is. I've never seen one actually. So this would make this is pretty cool. It's a board that you can use for every fish you catch. You can put the pounds and the ounces on here for each fish. So it got obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then if it was 1 pound 12 ounces, you would put 1 here, 12 there, and then at the end you got a total bar that you can kind of sum everything up to get you a full total. That way you know exactly where you at throughout the day. I will make sure that I mount this somewhere on the boat, that if, you know, I had to be really concerned and I needed to keep track of it, I would probably, it's good to just have. I mean, we'll find a place for it for the boat. It may come in, this may come in handy. And I want to make sure, now that I know about it, I have one on hand at any time, which I think is very cool. So this is a bait keeper, guys. This is a bait keeper. I don't know, it looks kind of reflected a little bit, but this is actually a bait keeper. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what it's gonna look like. All right, so see where it's on two sides of the rod, right? Two tag ends, and then it sits on the back side. You put your hook inside it, and that just keep everything compact. Make sure that your hook is not getting hooked into anything or anything like that. Like it's absolutely protected. For those of you guys that fish, that have kids and stuff like that, and you got hooks laying around, I know a lot of time when we got rattle traps and crankbaits and stuff like that with those multiple hooks, we got the bags for those. But when you got, like, you know, Texas rigs or you know, a spinner bait or a chatter bait, or, you know, anything like that, man, you got something now that you can also protect your kids from, you know, getting tagged on, and I think that's pretty cool. So shout out Brett Stevens and ACCU Coils for that. Another cool thing that I got that I'm actually gonna use is grip savers. All right, these are called grip savers, and what these are is just, you know, very, very similar to like my Vexen rods, for example. My Vexen rod has the grip savers on the bottom of them. Some of our rods come with that. Like some of our rods come like these, and now I can just take this and cut it to fit and put. So with these also, you have to put some heat to it. So get you a hot hair dryer or something that can blow out some pretty good heat, and just put it up and blow, like sit it on it and just make it hot. And then as it gets hotter, it will just kind of tighten in on you. So that's what I think is cool about that too, though. So I'm trying to put that on there. That ain't going now. Not yet.